Hi, my name is Bill Mason from Mason & Mason. I'm a real estate attorney in Garden City, New York, and this is real estate from an attorney's perspective. Okay, so today what I wanted to talk to you about is the 1% rule. So this is a quick calculation that cash flow investors do to try to value real estate. The way the rule works is that what they'll do is they'll take the purchase price of, let's say, a house, okay, $100,000 for instance, and they'll also add to that whatever capital improvements that they have to do to make the house rent ready. So let's say $50,000. And they'll add the two together. They'll come up with a $150,000 all-in price. They'll multiply it by 1%, okay? And the amount that they get, that's what the monthly rent would have to be to meet the test. So in this case, the $150,000 times the 1% is $1,500 a month that they'd want to see that the property rents for to make sense to them under this rule. Now, this is a quick calculation that cash flow investors do to decide whether or not a property makes sense. In my opinion, that it shouldn't be the only calculation you do. I think that you can do it to get started, but you really need to do a spreadsheet and figure out what the principal interest is, the real estate taxes, the insurance, and all the other factors that are going to affect what it's going to cost you to carry the property each month. And some things that could really throw this calculation off, or if you're making an offer in an area where the property is in a flood zone, that could easily add $100 a month to the carrying cost, or you're in an area where you have abnormally high property taxes, a lot of times where there's a village tax on top of the regular taxes, you see that on Long Island, or where you have an HOA that you have to cover, or you're buying a property in a condominium and you have a condominium common charge that you have to pay each month. Like I said, it's a good quick calculation, but you really have to put all the numbers to pay, together and see that it makes sense before you move ahead. And the other thing that I see with these calculations is that typically you're not finding a 1% rule property in one of your A or B neighborhoods or a property that's all ready to go. You're usually looking more in C and D neighborhoods when you're finding these types of properties, or properties that need some work to get rent ready to be able to meet this test. So it is a usable calculation, and it definitely has a place in real estate and making a determination, as long as you do the rest of the homework before you actually move forward. I know it's really commonly used, and so I thought I'd talk about it today. Hopefully this is something that you thought was interesting. If it is, please like and share. And if you have any ideas for other topics I could talk on, please comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks very much. Appreciate you watching.